Hi all, thanks for joining the Oracle Fusion Financial Crash Course. In this course, I'll be quickly covering the enterprise structure and followed by the list of tasks that you need to complete for an implementation process. Since this is a crash course, I'll be quickly covering all these details in a short way. So, in the Oracle Financial Architect consists of enterprise structure. In the enterprise structure, you will be having enterprise, division, legal entity, business unit, and entity organization. Enterprise will consist the enterprise level details. All the transaction will be stored, and this is the top layer where all the transaction will be generated. Like if it is the main company and followed by this there will be a lot of subsidiary companies. Division, the division of business. So for example, if you take the Reliance, they have a lot of business like oil, telecom, like that the divisions will be applied. And legal entity is the legal address and the legal level details of the company's registration address will be stored in the legal entity. And business unit. In business unit where the subledger related transaction like APAR will be stored, and this is where the day-to-day transaction will be processed, and it is quite important. And inventory quite important for financials. And inventory organization. This is where the inventory related details will be recorded. And if you go to the financial structure, so in the financial structure, or it consists of four C's. The common four C's are chart of account, calendar, currency, and conversion or accounting method. So with the three C's, chart of account, calendar, and currency, you can record the transaction in general ledger. With the four C's, you can enter and generate the transaction in the subledger level. I will cover the subledger part and the general ledger in the following topics. So first, for the four C's, what we have to do is we need to create the calendar. So once you log into the Oracle Fusion, this is how the Oracle Fusion interface will look like. So this is how it look like. So you can click on the profile, setting in actions, and go to setup and maintenance. Once you go to the maintenance, you will always need to check what is the offering. This is called offering. So here it is financial or any other model that is being updated here. So since we are implementing financial, you need to select financials. Here you can go to percentage, calendar, manage accounting calendar. Here once you are into the managing accounting calendar, if you click on the plus button, you will be creating these details. You can create your own calendar. If you want to edit the existing calendar, you can click the pencil button. First, I'll be creating our own calendar. There are two types of calendar. One is fiscal year and the other one is calendar year. If the period falls in the same year, for example, 1st Jan 25 to 31st Jan December 2025, then that is a calendar year. And the second one is fiscal year. If the period falls between 2025 to 2026, then it is considered as fiscal year calendar. So I'll be creating a fiscal year calendar. So here this is always limited, but here you can type your details. And when the calendar starts from, so I'll pick the date as 1st April 2025. And what is the period frequency that you will be reconciling? So you are going to reconcile monthly, quarterly, weekly, yearly. Based on that, you can update it. I'll choose monthly. So here the separator, how the period and the month and the year period you want to be separated. So here you can see the hyphen, right? So this is how they separate. looks like. If you want it to be, then you can select that one. Then the format. So what format do you want this to be? So if you select this format, based on this, it will be updated. And this is the best practice for business to easily identify the calendar April 25 and adjusting period. So whenever you enter a transaction in a particular period year, if you want to if you are having any adjustment, once you close the period, you will not be able to enter it. So this is where it has come in handy for us to update in the adjustment period, where we can update the transaction in the adjustment period so that it can be considered in the same financial year rather than moving this into the next financial year for the accuracy of bookkeeping purpose. So I'll select once at the year end. It's based on business requirement. You can select it. I'll select once at the year end. So once you click on the next, then the period details will be automatically created by Oracle. So you can see the adjustment period will be tick enabled. So system will understand that this is an adjustment period. I'll update this as an adjustment period and save and close. So we have created our first task, calendar. Then the next task is currency. Currency is all the world currencies are already stored in Oracle. We just have to enable these currencies. And apart from this, one more the main topic, chart of accounts. Chart of accounts is the main topic where all these segment values like the companies, department, account, the branch, the future, and the combined transaction will be recorded. So, chart of account consists of the segment values. So, I'll quickly go into that once the calendar is created, and it will take some time. Yeah, the calendar is created was created. So, I'll go to the currency. Here you can see that it was enabled. In case if you want to create a new one, you can always create it and you can enable, but already the seeded value is available, so you can just enable it. Since this is a demo instance, many people would be using it. So the currency is enabled, then the chart of account. So before I create the chart of account, I'll go into the details. So the chart of account consists of segment, value sets, structure instant, and account hierarchies. So before I create the segment, we need the values for chart of accounts.